Now, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the subscribers. I'm going to be providing a lot more content. All right, so I'll try to give you a close-up of what I'm doing for my mix. Added some garden soil. I'm not going to plug the company, but a bag of garden soil to the mixture. I like to add in some coconut coir as it helps as a binding agent. A little bit. So fine coconut coir. So I made the mistake before of buying just coconut coir, and it came almost like mulch or wood chips, which I still have, but it wasn't the consistency in which I needed. And I found myself putting the coconut coir chips into like a blender to try to get it to this type of consistency in which I needed it, which was asinine, and I'd rather just order it the way that I needed it in the first place. Small little mix. Add in some perlite. I don't do the exact measurements. And the thing with adding water to this mix, that perlite is going to break down a little bit, so it's not going to look like how it looks like right here, right now. So it's not a huge deal if you feel like it's too rocky in the beginning. And right now, it's moist, it's damp. You know, it's a little bit left over from the last mix I made, but it's not as wet as I want it to be. So I have a little here. I'll soak this down. There you go, that should be about right. Because when you mix it, after doing it for some time, you'll get the consistency, and you'll start to understand how much moisture you need in there. And whatever excess, you're going to be squeezing it out anyways. So it's alright to have a little bit too much water in there, but you don't want to have too little water in there, or else your soil blocks will start to fall apart. And that's not what you want. You want a mixture to where you'll be able to squeeze out some water right there, and have like a little ball left over. You see how that's. So I might add a little bit of water, but you want a ball to where if you squeeze it, you could be able to toss in your hand back and forth. That's sort of like the telltale, like soil block test for the most part. Where you'll be able to toss it back and forth and it doesn't fall apart. Sort of like that. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. That should be about it right there. And that feels perfect. The experience and soil blocking, that feels about perfect right there. Nice. So this is kind of like what it looks like. And I make a little ball and squeeze it, and we kind of bring it back and forth between two hands, and it doesn't fall apart. And that's what you're looking for right there, because you want your soil block to stay together. So, put that in there. Now the technique, you're going to have to practice over and over. Figure out what works for you, the technique that you like. I like packing it in there and then pressure testing it with my hands. That's my thing. If I feel any little gaps or anything, I just push it and put it in by hand. Fill any little gaps that I feel. Now I want this to feel like pretty much smooth for the most part when I slide my hand down, but I don't want to feel any gaps in there. So it feels a little thin in certain areas. You feel any gaps, just filling in by hand. Wipe off the sides. All right. And then you put it on a tray. So I'll put this on top of here just to show you. And kind of inch this way out of there. Boom, perfect soil block right there. That's how you do it. 3 soil blocks of 8 2-inch soil blocks. Now I'm about to add seeds into each one of these and add just a little bit of soil over top of each one, and then I'll wait for it to grow. Simple. 1, 2, 3.